Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So a couple days ago, DJI has launched the brand new Mavic 4 Pro, and alongside of that we get a brand new Pro controller, the DJI RC Pro 2. Now I already went over the RC Pro 2 fully in my Mavic 4 review video, but I wanted to make a separate review video just about it for those who are maybe interested in purchasing it to fly with something like your Air 3S, your Air 3, or Mini 4 Pro, but don't want to watch a whole Mavic 4 review video. At the time of launch of this new controller, it is compatible with the Mini 4 Pro, the Air 3, the Air 3S, and of course the Mavic 4. Now I know there are some people who are concerned about the size of it, if it's going to be uncomfortable to use, if it's too heavy. And I had the same kind of reservations at first when I first seen it. I thought it may be a little uncomfortable, a little top heavy, but it's actually been quite the opposite. In my opinion, it's been a complete pleasure to fly with. That new larger screen is really nice. If we compare it to an RC2, you can see the overall footprint isn't that much larger. It is a little bit thicker and it does weigh a little bit more. You can see when we weigh it here, the RC2 Pro comes in at 743 grams and the RC2 comes in at 424 grams. So it's not quite double the weight, but there is definitely some more weight there. And again, for myself, I don't find that extra weight uncomfortable. Between the new capabilities, that nice larger screen, it definitely makes it more worthwhile. Now the RC2 Pro features a 7-inch mini LED screen, and the screen is quite a bit brighter. It features 2000 nits of peak brightness, and it has sustained brightness of 1600 nits. The old RC Pro only had a max brightness of 1000 nits, so it is quite a bit brighter. The RC Pro 2 will automatically power on when we unfold it. And on top of that, we don't have to manually add these control sticks. As you can see, when we fold it and unfold it, they just fold down inside the body there. So that definitely makes it nice, quick, and easy to deploy. The RC2 Pro also features a rotatable screen, so that is great for those who are going to be flying in vertical mode. You're capturing vertical video. It's going to make it a lot easier to line up your shots to see everything in better detail. For the first time on a DJI controller, the DJI Fly app will automatically adjust to that vertical format. That allows you to still have a nice big preview and still have easy access to all your settings. The other really interesting feature is when we rotate the screen, because we're going to be filming in vertical, the camera on the Mavic 4 Pro will automatically rotate. So we don't have to manually go in and do that. And the other nice thing is if you're flying this with your Mini 4 Pro, it'll do the exact same thing. When you rotate the screen, the camera on the Mini 4 Pro will rotate as well. Now the RC2 Pro also features a built-in microphone, so that's great for creators if you're going to be creating content, doing screen recordings, and you want to embed some commentary into your video. But more importantly, that also now allows you to embed video directly into the HD videos. Right within the DJI Fly app, there's a couple different noise reduction options. So that way if you're doing commentary, it will help get rid of the drone noise. They have two different modes. They have a natural mode, which is going to preserve some of the ambient background sounds. It's just going to help get rid of some of the drone noise. And then they have a pure mode, which is basically going to get rid of all background noise and just isolate the human voice. Now with pure, it does sound a little processed, so it's not going to be good for every situation. But on top of that, the RC Pro 2 also supports DJI mics. So you can plug your DJI mic receiver directly into the controller, but it also supports Bluetooth connectivity. So if you just have one of the transmitters, you can pair it directly to the controller, and that's going to increase the audio quality even further. On the bottom here, it has a new antenna design that just simply folds out like that. The RC Pro 2 is capable of running third-party apps, so you can go in and install them. And it's actually powerful enough to do video editing right on the controller. Whatever drone you're flying with, you can download the HD footage right to the controller, and right within the DJI Fly app, you can go in and do all your editing and then share it directly to social media. When you have the screen closed, essentially it becomes just like a little mini tablet, allowing you to go in and do all your editing. It has 128 gigabytes of built-in storage, but it also has a memory card slot at the bottom here, so if you need to increase that storage even further, you're able to do so. And beside the memory card slot, we have a USB-C port for charging up the controller, updating firmware, or transferring data. Beside that, we have an HDMI port. If we go to the top of the unit here, we have a record button and we have a shutter button. We have a dial on this side for adjusting the pitch of the gimbal. Another dial on this side for adjusting the zoom level, but we can also configure that to adjust the rotation of the camera if you're using the Mavic 4 Pro. And at the bottom here, we have two customizable buttons. You'll notice here right on the controller we have all the standard buttons that come with most DJI controllers, but we do get two extra ones here. We have a little scroll wheel. You can also press on it, and that's going to allow you to switch between different camera settings, and you can use the scroll wheel to adjust them quite easily. That can be used for other various aspects of the controller as well. And beside that, we have a 5D button that we can press, but we can also move in different directions. Again, we can use that for cycling through settings. You can easily switch between the different lenses on the Mavic 4 Pro. And it is also customizable. You can set the attributes in the settings. Battery life on the RC Pro 2 is pretty good. It's able to operate for 4 hours. In the control center here, you can see we can adjust the volume. We can mute it altogether. And we can adjust the brightness, or you can leave it on adaptive brightness, and it will automatically adjust depending on how bright it is in the environment you're flying. And another nice feature of this controller is it has that same feature that we've seen with drones when you're filming in log format. Essentially, if you've filmed in log format and you're previewing it back on the controller, it's going to use that color display assist to display it in a much nicer color, so you can get a good feel of the footage you've captured. Traditionally on these controllers, when you watch log footage back, they're very desaturated, but this will give you a more accurate representation of what you've captured. The RC2 Pro also now features dynamic home point, which can make tracking a lot safer and more convenient. Especially if you're tracking in a car, you can enable the dynamic home point, and your home point will update in real time depending where the controller is. Now, another really nice feature that they've added to the RC2 Pro is a flight simulator. When you launch it, they have basic courses, so for people who have never flown before, it just gives you a walkthrough about all the controls and how to get up and flying. Or you can do what's called an immersive flight. As you can see here, they have several different locations that you can choose to fly at. And basically, it's going to simulate flying a Mavic drone. It completely mimics the interface of the DJI Fly app, and you have full control of all your settings. Just like normal, when you're flying a real drone, you can go in and customize your settings. You can switch back and forth between video and photo mode. You can even adjust which camera you use. You can use the compass, you can switch it to satellite maps, or you can use vision assist. In a future update, they're going to be adding even more features to it. You'll be able to go in and change your camera settings if you want to test some of those features out. You'll even be able to create and test making waypoint missions. It actually works really well. The graphics look really good. And it's just a nice way for those who have never flown or have little experience and just want to practice up without putting the drone up in harm's way. This will get you comfortable with the sticks and the movement of the drone. It even replicates obstacle avoidance, battery usage, RC strength, satellites. So it's going to give you a good feel on how your drone is going to behave up in the air. Even if you happen to crash the drone, it'll give you a playback so you can go in and study to figure out what you did wrong. So yeah, that is the new DJI RC Pro 2. That new 7-inch screen is just fantastic to fly with. And as mentioned, for myself, it is a larger controller, but I don't find it cumbersome and I don't find it uncomfortable to hold. When you use it for the first time, it's going to feel a little bit different, but you get accustomed to it very quickly. The other thing that is nice about it is you can adjust the angle of the screen depending on how you hold your controller. We all hold our controllers a little bit differently. So a flat screen built into a controller, sometimes, you're having to angle it in an uncomfortable way just so you can see it clearly. But with the RC2 Pro, we can adjust the angle of the screen depending on how we're holding it. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and found it had value. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.